Elon Musk, it's possible that the man who never fails to amaze will pull out some shocking revelations or groundbreaking new ideas. Today, we're going to dive right into the world of Tesla. There's a lot of exciting news about Tesla stocks, and boy, do we have some electrifying stories to share for all you Tesla stock investors out there. But that's not all. We'll also be giving you the latest updates on Tesla stock performance, industry insights, and a sneak peek into what the future holds for this automotive giant. Before we go any further, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button to stay up to date on more videos like this. Let's talk about something that shocked even the most experienced fans of Tesla. Long-term investors will be thrilled by what Elon Musk, the man himself, has said about the future of the company. It's not about being in a constant state of battle. It's about the thrill of the game. For Elon, Tesla is the ultimate game changer, and he wants it to become the most valuable company in the world, making a staggering $1 trillion a year in profits. That number alone is enough to make anyone's head spin. What's really amazing is that Elon Musk doesn't just say things like this for show, he really means them. While some people might use big numbers to make investors and employees happy, Elon's sincerity shines through. The big question is whether he can make this grand vision a reality. But here's the kicker. What makes Tesla unique is Elon's unwavering commitment to push boundaries and take risks, not resting on past successes, but charging forward to conquer the next level of the game. Tesla just reached an amazing milestone. They rolled out their 5 millionth car just 6 months after the 4 millionth car hit the road. That's not just growth, it's growth on steroids. As a long-term investor who joined the ride in 2019, when the numbers were well below a million, this is a time to celebrate. But what's next? Wall Street may have its ideas, but we don't think the growth train will slow down anytime soon. Tesla isn't just making cars, they're also making a revolution. If we look at the current state of the auto industry, we can see a big difference. Legacy auto giants like GM and Saturn are involved in UAW strikes, which stopped their production lines. Meanwhile, Tesla is on a completely different path, and the numbers speak for themselves. Tesla is now making a new car every 3.5 minutes, not just in the United States, but all over the world. It's an impressive feat. Speed that makes the other people choke on the dust of their stagnation. What's really interesting are the chances that were missed in the past. A decade ago, legacy automakers had a great chance to join the electric vehicle revolution. There were clear signs that technology was changing, and the world was moving toward a more sustainable future. But they chose a different road. They were hesitant to stay in the game because they stuck to their old gas-guzzling models and missed the chance. Legacy automakers are now struggling to catch up to Tesla, a company that not only embraced but also sped up the transition to electric vehicles. The results of their decisions are now being seen, and the question is whether legacy automakers can adapt quickly enough to stay relevant in an automotive landscape that is changing quickly, or will they be left behind in Tesla's wake? Tesla is changing the rules and breaking records everywhere. Everyone is looking at these legacy automakers, and to be honest, I don't feel sorry for the hardworking employees caught up in this mess. Sadly, many may lose their jobs because these companies couldn't make the transition successfully. It's a stark reminder of how bad the UAW situation can be for all automakers trying to stay in business. If the UAW proposal goes through, Ford's UAW-aided labor costs would skyrocket, effectively doubling what they are now, and guess what? They're already significantly higher than Tesla's. Toyota and other foreign companies that use us workers who aren't in a union this week, the UAW might just call for more strikes, and things don't look good for GM. Okay, Ford and Stellantis, here's some money information for you. UBS has raised its price target for Tesla stock from $270 to $1,290. Why did Tesla do this? It has to do with how they set their prices. Lowering Tesla's prices could give them a huge advantage over their competitors and help them get more customers, but it might hurt their profits for a while. This is a long-term strategy that will make the competition sweat. Finally, Wall Street seems to understand, even though UBS has a neutral rating on Tesla, the price could go up in the short term. UBS's predictions are amazing. They say that Tesla's unit sales will grow by about 22% in 2024, reaching about 2.3 million units. And it doesn't stop there. In 2025, they expect an even faster growth rate of about 41%, reaching about 3.25 million units sold. But here's the catch. Experts think that Tesla's delivery growth in 2026 will be higher than expected, especially since they are going to be making more of their next generation vehicles. It's going to be a game changer, so investors may be looking for a good time to get in. But remember that trying to time the market is like chasing shadows in 2019. Waiting for a better entry point would have cost you a lot. It's about long-term vision, not short-term gains. UBS might tell you to wait for a better time to buy Tesla stock, but don't miss the next big run. Don't let fear of missing out stop you from spending. The future looks bright for Tesla, so buckle up and join us on this amazing Tesla journey. UBS's Tesla Price Monitor shows that price drops have stopped as of August 2023. If that stays true, it's good news for Tesla stockholders, but bad news for people looking for a deal. It's It's a bit confusing, though. If UBS thinks there might be a better time to buy, why do they say prices have stopped falling? It's a mystery, but let's figure it out. UBS has looked closely at Tesla's capacity increases and the rates at which facilities have ramped up in the past. Their research shows that matching prices to demand could slow growth in the middle term if supply can't keep up. But here's the strategic twist: UBS thinks Tesla will keep experimenting with price elasticity, which means they'll change prices based on changes in supply and demand. This might seem like an odd strategy in the short term, but it could be the key to Tesla's long-term success. By building a strong customer base and keeping them loyal, they can put pressure on competitors with higher battery electric vehicle cost structures. So even though it might seem odd in the short term, it's a genius move for the long term. Now let's talk about a noteworthy development. Thailand is home to Tesla's first experience center. I love the name Experience Center because it sounds like more than just a showroom. It's an entire experience for people who want to buy a Tesla. This is a big step for investors and Tesla shares alike, showing the company's commitment to the Asian market and its growth around the world. Reports say that the Chinese government is pushing companies that make electric cars to use electronic parts made in China, such as semiconductors. This may not seem like a big deal, but it's actually a seismic shift that goes against their high-level opening up message and could have big effects. If this really is happening and people find out, do you think other countries will be happy to have Chinese cars? It's not likely that tariffs and trade fights will end, but for Tesla, that's good news. Tesla already has plans to make cars on every continent, so it can handle these problems. It's important to note that the order to use local parts was given orally in a meeting about a year ago, and there's no record of it. China has been smart by not showing direct proof that foreign companies are being shut out. This is a strategic move, but it might not go over well with other countries in the long run. For example, remember the recent story about how the European Union wants to look into Chinese EV subsidies and possibly put tariffs on Chinese cars. It's possible that these two stories are linked, and this is all part of a bigger chess game in the global auto industry. On the one hand, Chinese companies aggressively competing in the EV part. This production arena could have effects that are felt all over the world. Japanese and European manufacturers may lose their international competitiveness, which could hurt jobs and economies in those areas. On the other hand, Chinese automakers and parts producers may have trouble getting into other markets, which could lead to higher tariffs and trade disputes. Now let's talk about Jim Cho's, the famous short seller, who said in 2017 that Tesla was worth zero. Fast forward to 2023, and he's still expressing doubt, calling Tesla ridiculously overvalued. But unlike some other pundits, Jim Cho's put his money where his mouth is by shorting Tesla stock earlier this year. His continued short position is certainly raising eyebrows, especially considering the big gains Tesla has seen. It's a reminder that even experienced investors can miss the mark when it comes to tech stock growth. Elon Musk, who never holds back, recently said something about freedom of speech on the X platform. He emphasized that X's policy is to fight for the most freedom of speech possible under the law, and he also hinted that anyone at X who doesn't follow this rule might find better job opportunities elsewhere. Concerns about X's ability to comply with German requests to identify users in hate speech cases have led to this statement. This has caused civil rights concerns in Germany. Elon Musk has a clear position on free speech, but he also has to follow the laws of different countries. It's a fine line to walk, and X has a hard time managing the rules and laws of different countries. On a lighter note, Mr. Beast's movie showing how fully self-driving Tesla cars can do is great news for Tesla. It's basically free advertising for Tesla, showing off its cutting-edge technology to millions of watchers. The video shows the car driving itself smoothly, and Mr. Beast even playfully tests out the speed of the car. This kind of publicity is very valuable for Tesla and helps get more people interested in its goods. As for whether Tesla stock will drop back to $100, the answer is yes. That's a subject that deserves a more in-depth discussion. That's all for this video, guys. We looked at some exciting new information from Tesla's pricing strategies to global competition and even a glimpse into the world of short selling. We also looked at Elon Musk's views on free speech and how they relate to X's policies. Do you think Tesla bulls will change their minds about the company, or do you think they will stick to their positions? Do you think there is a good balance between free speech and following local laws on social media sites like X? Finally, where do you think Tesla stock will go in the next few years? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to Tesla Stock News. Remember, the next video you should watch is the one that interests you the most. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.